Alright, so yeah, a couple things going on. It's still hot as hell, and I'm gonna start working on the laser. It's got a couple electrical things I need to go through, and front brake doesn't work, shocks are completely shot, and I just want to clean it up a little bit. Still make it look like shit, but have a little bit better build. Let's start doing some things to it. Alright, so I'm not really sure if you guys can see this, but the light on this thing was like not really good in there, so I gotta take this apart and see what's wrong with this like headlight bucket, and yeah, everything's kind of messed up. I'm gonna clean up this bezel, all the electricals in this headlight. Gotta open it up. They use like a random Allen key, so I gotta figure out what size that is, and yeah, see if I can get a working tail light. Speedometer needs to work. Couple things we need to do to the front end first, and we'll work our way back. Alright, so here's the first piece I took off. This is just like the headlight bezel. You can see it's like showing lots of wear and tear around the bezel area right here, and pretty much I'm just going to clean this guy up, I think, and put it back to like make it look like carbon metal instead of having it be what, I don't know what this was plated. It's not really chrome plated, but if it was a really cheap chrome plating. So this is the first thing we're going to clean up. I'm going to look at some of the wiring and see what I can figure out there, but we'll start with this headlight first, get the actual bulb and everything to fit, or find a bulb that fits, and keep on going. Let's keep at it. Huh. Well, that's always nice. Random cap there. So the actual filament on the light itself, everything sounds like it's pretty good. It's a 6-volt system in these old scooters. It's not 12 volts. So if I do need to find a replacement that's a little bigger than this one that fits in the bezel, because as you can see, it fits, but it tends to fall back and jostle around like that in there. Yeah, I'll have to see what I could do to make this lock in straight and make this work for a 6-volt system, but overall it seems okay. We'll keep that light over there to where nothing happens to it. Plug. So here's the actual headlight housing. Looks pretty good. It's not like rusted out or anything. It's in good shape. I'll probably just take this rubber grommet off and scuff it up a little bit. I don't even think I'll paint it. Maybe I'll just put like a clear over it after I scuff it up and toss it back on there. I'm not trying to like paint the whole thing and make it look pretty. I'm just trying to get a lot of the rust and things that could add to some corrosion on this off of here and get it a little bit more in safer working order before I start mashing the streets on it. But yeah, headlight process is the first thing I'm gonna do. But all in all, I mean, seems pretty good. It all fits pretty good. I don't know why this light wasn't really, it was jiggling in there, but we'll make it work. We'll get it good. So yeah, wiring. I don't know if you could see this, but here's all the wiring. Obviously, typical things people use: electrical tape, exposed wire right there. I don't know, typical things. I'll have to get my multimeter out and check some of this stuff, see why the little horn's not working, and get it all fixed. But first thing is, let's clean up the headlight and just keep moving one thing at a time. So electrical we'll figure out before we button it all up and put it back in the headlight. So yeah, time to clean the old headlight. Alright, so I have two methods to cleaning this up. Actually, I'd say three, because I could just take this to my sandblaster and have them clean it up, but I just don't feel really the need for that on that part. So I do have this little like sanding pad type of thing. It's a pretty soft pad. It doesn't really have like your normal sandpaper stuff on there like this does, and this is just a DA sander. I don't know what grit this is, probably like 60, nah, probably more like 80 grit that's on here. So I could hit it with a DA and then hit it with a finer DA sander, or I could take this will probably be a little bit quicker, and then hit this with a fine DA sander. So that's probably what I'll do. I'll see how it goes and then kind of go from there. Alright, so we're going to check this out real quick. So this is how it was before. This is like the chrome section that's here, that's all pitted and everything. And if you look into this area here, this is like you can see some of the copper in here. So when you chrome something, you always have to copper plate it first for the chrome to stick to it. And that's what this was getting down to, was like the copper section here. And then it was just getting nasty, pitted, rusted, everything here. This is the part I just cleaned up. You can see how nice and just clean the metal looks. That's what the color I want. I want to go with just like this nice clean metal look all the way around, and then I'm just gonna coat it with like I have like a protectant, or I could even coat it with like oil or something, like transmission oil. That works too. That's like what we did on the rat rod behind here. It's like pretty much coated in ATF fluid, so that way it just keeps its nice patina on it. And that's pretty much what I'm gonna do with this thing. I just have a nice old patina looking scooter. So yeah, got a little bit more work to go to get this finished. That's what I was saying. I don't want to sandblast it, because when you sandblast it, you get a really it's a certain sandblasting look. I don't have anything like offhand right here to grab, but it's not the finish I was going for. This hand finish, nice carbon steel look is what I'm going for. That's why some of this stuff that I do, custom things, take time, because you do it by hand, but the results are a lot nicer. A little more pride in your work. Let's keep going. I'll probably cut to a scene now where this bezel's all finished. Alright, so I just finished everything up out there. It came inside just so I could cool down for a little bit. I think the headlight bucket came out super awesome. This is a nice clean carbon metal finish now. The bucket actually cleaned up pretty good. I just hit it with a Scotch-Brite pad, got rid of like some of the rust. Looks like someone like tried to spray paint this bike a couple times, because there's like overspray on a couple things, and this headlight bucket kind of got a little bit of that. So cleaned all that up. Kind of hit everything with a little bit of oil, and yeah, I mean, you can see it's got a nice little finish to it, better than the chrome that was on it. So yeah, hopefully you guys are gonna like this little build series on the scooter. I didn't really know what to put on my channel as far as like building something in the shop, so I thought this would be a good little first project to do with you guys, and kind of see how I clean things up and make them look my own. And yeah, hopefully I could keep doing these different build series, building different things, and sharing the stuff with you guys, as well as going out having fun flying when I get a chance. Today was just way too hot, but a good day to be in the shop, be under some shade, even though it's still a little warm back there, and spend some time working on this guy. So yeah, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button if you want to keep seeing more and being notified of this series. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video, where we're going to be going more into taking off that front wheel and diving into the forks and stuff like that. Alright guys, take care. Peace.